For joining me today. Today I'm going to share with you just a really small thrift haul. I have been thrifting for quite a while, and you know, I just haven't found a lot, but I'm going to show you the few things that I did pick up. Of course, watching back, I see things that I wish I would have grabbed, like at the beginning. Did you see those birds on those finials? I think I could have made those over to really fit my decor, but sadly I left those behind along with these. But you know, that's okay. Sometimes I feel like if I don't love it immediately, then I just need to move on, because I'm trying to be more intentional about the things that I buy and bring into my home. And sometimes I buy things and I think, well, why did I get this? This really isn't my style. But you know, my sister and I's style is a little different, and so I can always share with her, which I always love to do, like she shares with me all the time as well. But today I wanted to share with you what I saw and some of the prices at Goodwill. I thought that was extremely high, and you'll notice those prices are kind of high in some of these. But I wanted to share with you that today's video is really about being inspired. I watch several ladies on YouTube and they are so wonderful. I will leave their channels in the description below for y'all. But some of them have truly inspired me, and some of my friends here have inspired me with the comments that they've made about different things. And so I have gone out and gone shopping, and so I'm going to share with you not only a thrift haul, but also a haul of some things that were inspiring to me from watching other YouTube influencers. And that's just it, y'all. I got the influence. So I don't know about y'all, when you watch other people, if you see things they like and you try to go see if you can find them. But I was out and about and I had stopped at Ross, so I'm anxious to share with you what I got from Ross. I watched my friend Liz over at Traditions by the Seasons. I'm going to leave a video linked for you guys to go over and watch her. She influenced me to shop at Ross. I haven't been in quite a while, so I thought I would stop in just to see what they had. And friends, there was some really good stuff. I think I went a little crazy, and I'm looking at it now thinking, am I sure? Do I have too much? Because I love the vintage look. I love to bring new and mix with the old, but I'm feeling like I might have overdone it on the new. I don't know. We'll have to just see. You guys will have to tell me what you think. But what do you guys think of this Jesus picture? I thought it was pretty nice. Although I do love my Jesus pictures more, so I did leave it behind, but I thought it was a really nice picture. So hopefully somebody will really enjoy that. And I loved this, but I just, for $7, I don't know, I just kind of left it behind. I do really love it though. I think it would be perfect to use for fall. You know, I still like signs. I don't know if you guys still use them or not. You'll have to let me know in the comments below. Friends, look at this gorgeous Courier & Ives tin, and I didn't pick it up. I don't really know what I was thinking. I left it behind. It was $1.98. Kind of makes me really sad because that would be awesome to display. But anyway, let's get into the things that I did pick up. So I found these gorgeous dishes. I love this Lily of the Valley, and there were 4 little bowls, and I thought they were just so pretty. I don't know, I was so drawn to them. I just had to get them. I thought they would be perfect to incorporate into my home for spring. They were only $1.09 each, and I just thought they were too pretty to pass up. Friends, the next thing I saw was this beautiful little bisque porcelain type egg. I have seen several of these, but nothing that really grabbed my eye before. But this one I thought was just so pretty. And so for only, I think it was let me look at the price, $3.99. I just thought that was worth the price, so I grabbed this one. I don't think it's anything extra special, but I just thought it would be really pretty displayed in my home for Easter. I also came across this set of birds, and they were all wrapped in plastic, so when I pulled it out when I got home, it's really a little too shiny for my liking, but I don't know, you could get 3 birds for $3.99, and so I think it's worth it. If I don't use them in my home, I'm definitely going to share with my sister. This blue one will have to be hers because, you know, she has a little boy and we need some bluebirds definitely over there. But I just thought they were sweet. I don't know if I can make them over or not. I'm not sure. I know that my friend over at CrepeMyrtleRow, Lisa, she will spray them, I think, with a matte spray, and it takes that shine off. So if you don't watch her, I'll leave her channel linked for you in the description below. Go check her out because she's got a lot of amazing thrift finds, and she shares some great tips as well. But then I came across this beautiful little beehive bowl. It's marked USA. It was only 99 cents. It does have some chips along the side, but it was just too pretty. The price was too great, so I had to grab it and bring it home with me. Y'all, I have such a weakness for dishes. It's just crazy. I'm overflowing with dishes, but this was beautiful to me. I'm loving that peach color, and that's the color I'm really going to try to bring into my home. The peach, the blue, and the green for spring. I just think those colors are so pretty. And yes, I did go back to the thrift store that Saturday. I showed you this in a thrifting video a while back. I saw it at a thrift store. It was $22, and then that Saturday they were going to have a half price sale. So I got up super early, made sure I was there when the door opened, and I was hoping that it was still there, and it was. So I was able to get this gorgeous piece of pottery from England for half price. So I only paid $11 for it. I just think it's so beautiful, and again, I just can't wait to use the blue in my home for spring. So now let me share with you what I found at Ross. So to start off with, my sister and I, this is both our haul. We got each of us a cutting board. It's only $5.99, and I just thought it was so sweet. So we both grabbed a cutting board. It's so cute. I love that. And then my sister found this amazing little egg right here. And of course, it's so cute, and it being blue, you know, she's a boy mama. So it's just perfect, and it is so adorable. I can't wait to see how she styles that. And of course, that blue bird just has to go with it. It's so adorable. Okay, so this is where I start to lose my mind. I love chocolate bunnies. I've had several. I've bought one earlier, and then I seen this one at Ross. It was so sweet. I just grabbed it. I thought, oh yes, I have to have this. It was $9.99. I absolutely love it. And then I found a few more, and I'm gonna blame my friend Liz. So Liz, if you're watching, friend, you totally inspired me with your Ross video, and so I had to go check it out for myself. And yes, I got a bunny like yours. I got a couple of bunnies like you did. This one I just thought was so adorable. Now I will probably take this and use some rub and buff along that gold to make it look more vintage, but I just thought it was so pretty. You could tie a bow around his neck. He's just adorable. So I couldn't pass this up. I had to grab it because, you know, I got influenced by my friend. So anyway, I hope if you like any of these items that you'll go check out Ross and see what they have. This one was $16.99. I just thought it was too cute. And I know when I was leaving the store, several people asked me, where did I get it? Was there any more? And sadly, that was the last one. So I feel like I got a good thing. And this one is a huge bunny. And Liz bought this too. And she loves it this color. But I was watching my other friend, Susan, at the old so-and-so. She had some old bunnies that she painted to make them look like chocolate bunnies. So of course, when I seen this one, I thought immediately I need to paint it and make it look like a huge chocolate bunny. So if I keep it, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna paint it. I think he would be absolutely beautiful as a chocolate bunny. So again, friends, go over, check out my friend Susan over at the old so-and-so. Check out Liz at Tradition by the Season. Check out Lisa at CrepeMyrtleRow. And then I'm going to share with you another friend in just a second that I want you to go check out. So friends, I mentioned I was on the hunt for some beautiful cabbage plates. My friend Jody mentioned that to me, that they were at Target. So I got online immediately. I was able to get 4 of these plates. I had none in my store, but I was able to order them. And also, friends, I want to mention, go over and check out Jeannie over at Sunflowers Among Roses. I will have her channel linked for you as well. She told me about these dishes also, and she has a fabulous vintage channel. She thrifts. Her home is gorgeous. So if you don't know who she is, I will leave her information linked in the description below as well. So hope you'll go over and check her out. Hey friends, thank you so much for watching the video thus far. We appreciate you going on this little shopping thrift little trip that I have, and let me share some of the things that I was able to purchase for spring. I'm very excited to start decorating very soon. I think a lot of you have mentioned to me that you have already started, and so I'm so ready to get going as well. But before we do that, I'm also going to share with you the cemetery flowers. I had a lot of you mention when I did the video on my shopping little trip a couple of weeks ago or last week, you guys all mentioned when I said that I bought these flowers for the cemetery, you had said that you would like to see what I do. So I'm going to take you to Hobby Lobby, share with you some of the flowers that I looked at, my process, kind of how I figure out what I want, and then I'm going to take you to the cemetery and show you how I decorate my family's grave. I'm just going to show you how I do one vase, but I do them all the same, and I thought I'd take you along for that. So I hope you'll stay tuned and watch that. But again, before we get into that, I wanted to say a huge thank you for my sister and I and Easton. Thank you so much. Friends, we're over 10,000 subscribers right now. My heart is so happy. I just couldn't have done it without each and every one of my precious friends here. Guys, thank you for not only taking the time to watch, but to comment and to give us a thumbs up. I love to connect with you guys. I really look forward to our conversations that we have in the comments below. I really try to answer each and every one of you, and I'm so grateful for your friendships. You guys have blessed my sister and I more than I will ever be able to tell y'all. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. We are going to do a fun giveaway. I'll have to give you details about that a little bit later when I figure out exactly what I'm going to do. So I hope you'll stay tuned for that. But friends, thank you for watching, and I hope you'll stay tuned to see what I do next. So I'll see you in the next time. Bye, friends. So friends, the first thing I do is I always try to find a bunch of flowers that I can use in my vases at the cemetery. I got my tulips at Michael's, but I had gone to Hobby Lobby because I wanted to show you what they had. They actually have some pretty ones as well. I just happen to like the ones from Michael's more. The ones from Michael's are $5. These are $6.99 with 40% off, so these are actually a little cheaper. The next thing I want to do is I always grab some greenery. I always put that around the bottom. I love this. I think this works very well in the bottom, and I'm also going to show you a few other options that you can choose. You have to be kind of careful that, you know, a lot of this sets out in the sun and it really fades. So I think there is some spray you can spray on things that gives them a UV protectant that will make them last longer. I've never done that. I really need to invest in something like that, because I know, especially when I put my Memorial Day flowers out, they tend to fade before I transition into my fall flowers. So anyway, I'm just showing you there's so many options. There's so many things you can choose from to really create the look that you want. Now, a lot of times I will cut these apart and then I will stick them individually into the vases. So you've got your main flower, I've got the greenery, and the next thing I want to get is just the filler. And so that's what this is. I'm looking for something different than I can add in to my tulips. So there's so many different options. I think this is pretty with the greenery. I would definitely make your vases look more full. I really liked this, but I chose to go a little different. So I've got the tulips, I bought daffodils as well, and now I've got the greenery, and so now I'm looking for another flower to kind of fill in around the bottom. I thought this white was pretty. I usually have done all yellow before or all the same color, but this time I think I want to go with some purple. So this is actually what I ended up buying, are these purple flowers. I'd bought something else, but I didn't really like it when I got it home, so I think this is the one I'm going to pick up right here. And again, all of these flowers are 40% off. Now here's the actual greenery that I picked up. I bought one for each of the vases, and then I grabbed two of these right here. And I like to cut these apart as well, and I'm going to stick them in because I bend them down so they look like they're spilling over our vases. So that really creates a really pretty look at the cemetery. So friends, let's go to the cemetery. Let me share with you what I'm going to do. Friends, I don't know if I do things the right way. I just kind of do what my mom did. My mother always bought this sheet of styrofoam. We would take it, we would press it on the vase so we knew exactly the size that I needed to cut. So this is what I do to each of my vases. I turn it over and I cut it out along that line with a knife. And then I just take that styrofoam and poke right inside the vase. And it fits snug and it works every time. And that really keeps your flowers from flying off. So I always add new styrofoam each time I change out the flowers in the vases. Okay, so now we're going to add our main flower in. Now, I am using a bush flower, and you could just use a bush flower that has everything already mixed in for sure. That's easy, and you can totally do that. A lot of times I will mix 2 or 3 different kinds of flowers, and I will just cut them apart like I did these and just make an arrangement in each vase. But for spring, I'm just keeping it pretty simple. So I just have those tulips. I thought these daffodils are beautiful, but to kind of keep the cost down, all I do is I buy just a few of one kind of flower, and I'll just cut it apart and use a few in each vase. And so that's what I'm doing right here, and that's just a great tip to help you if you want a different look and you just want to save money as well. Now I'm just going to add in these purple flowers, and as you can see, I just cut them apart. So in the purple flowers, again, I only bought a few of these bushes because I knew I was going to cut them up. Now I think I really could have used more, so I'll probably go back and just get a couple more because I kind of want it more full around the bottom with these purple ones. I just didn't have enough, but this is just the kind of look that I'm trying to create. I want it to look airy. I want it to look like it is just a breath of spring air. And you know, my mother enjoyed all of her beautiful, she called them jonicles, you know, the daffodils, the tulips. She loved all of those, and so this just makes my heart happy to be able to put these beautiful flowers in these vases. So now I'm going to take these, and I did cut these apart, and I'm only using, I think, 4 per vase. And this really gives you a lot for your money. You don't need the whole thing. Just get a few pieces and just tuck them around. So now, as you can see, I'm just cutting all this greenery apart, and then I'm going to take all of these pieces that I cut, and I'm going to go ahead and use it in the vase. Because the key is, I just don't like that styrofoam around the bottom to show, and I like this greenery spilling over. I just think that's a pretty look, so that's always what I try to do in my vases. Friends, I know this probably wasn't for all of y'all, but for those of you that asked, I just really wanted to share the process and what I do. So I hope that's been helpful to each of you. But friends, thank you so much for watching. We just appreciate y'all so very much. Y'all truly are a blessing to us. But as you can see, here's the cemetery. I've got them all decorated, and you know, just to look out and see these beautiful cherry flowers, I know would make each one of my loved ones so happy. But friends, before I go, I'd like to share with you a beautiful Bible verse. Ask and it will be given to you. Seek and you will find. Knock and the door will be open to you. For everyone who seeks finds, and to the one who knocks, the door will be open. Friends, it really is that simple. You know, God wants to hear from us. He wants to know our thoughts. He wants to know our needs, even though He already knows everything. It's us coming to Him, submitting our will to Him, and asking God to help us. I pray that that verse will bless you in many ways. Friends, thank you for being here. We appreciate each and every one of you, and we look forward to seeing the next one. Bye, y'all.